Hey, rewind that.
Retro Rewinder, Retro Game Finder with driving and pickups like a Metro bus liner with tips and trades and all kind of things and a beard straight out of the Lord of the Rings. With morals and collecting, he's a guy you can trust. What's the moral of this intro?
He's got a camera in his nuts.
Because I love video games, that's why.
Hey guys, Retro Rewinder here, coming at you with another pickup video. First off, the noise that you're hearing over there is my daughter. She's sitting in her swing, so that's going to be going the whole time. Sorry if that gets on anybody's nerves, but if it does, just turn off this video. I just want to jump straight into this because I got a table full of stuff here. The first thing I have here is a Dazzle. I picked this up because my Elgato will not capture old game footage because I do not have the adapter for AV cords. So I decided to get this. Well, it wasn't a hard choice. It was only $1. I actually had 99 cents on the front, $1.99 on the back, and she sold it to me for $1. So it's not really a hard choice to buy that. Also at Goodwill, I was able to find the Mortal Kombat soundtrack. This was $1.99. It's pretty horrible. I played it in the car. Not something I'm going to listen to all the time, but it's kind of cool to have it. Got this at Meijer. I don't know if I'll ever use this either. This is a lavalier mic for a GoPro. Really the only reason I bought it was because it was $3.99 at Meijer. Originally $25, so for me that was worth it even if I'll never use it. I do have one eBay purchase. Sometimes I scour eBay looking for good deals on TurboGrafx and imports mainly. And I was able to find this, which I can't even tell you what it's called because there's no English on it. It's a pretty bad game. I did not enjoy it, but it only cost me like $5 or $6, something like that. So PC Engine game for $5. Can't really pass it up. This stack right here, if you watched my last video called Bundling for Bargains, is a new series I was going to try out. I picked up 8 GameCube games and 1 Super Nintendo game, and that Super Nintendo game is Mega Man X3. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but if you want to see these GameCube games and the Super Nintendo game and the story of how I got it / what I paid for it, go check out that last video because I think it's a pretty cool concept myself. I am a little partial since it's my video, but go check that out. Now I have some garage sales and pawn shop stuff. I got some comic books at a church sale for 50 cents a piece. The first 3, just because the nostalgia, was Power Rangers. 3 different Power Ranger comics. And if you Tiger collectors, there's the Tiger handheld for Power Rangers on the back. And the last one was Knuckles Chaotix. And the Sega 32X game adaptation. Exciting stuff, you know? Picked these 2 up at a garage sale for $1 a piece. They are the Super Mario Bros. Super Show Off the Map and The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 Koopa Rock for $1 a piece. Just yesterday I went to a bunch of pawn shops. If you do not follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. It's just Retro Rewinder. I typically show all of my pickups on there, even the stuff I sell. The stuff in pickup videos is only the things I'm keeping. So these 2 things were the only things that I kept from yesterday, and that was Resident Evil Revelations for the Wii U and Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb collection for the Wii. This was $2.50 and this was $8. Mainly the reason I bought the $8 one is because I also bought 2 other Wii U games, and they were originally wanting 10 a piece, I think, or 12 a piece, and then I asked if I bought all 3 what would they do, and they said $24, so 8 a piece. So that's why I bundled this with it. The other 2 were Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and Hyrule Warriors, which was 2 fantastic deals. These were garage sale finds. Shooter Starfighter Sanveen. I think I paid $1 for it. And Pac-Man Fever which was $1. And this was also a garage sale find, which was Neo Geo, the SNK Arcade Classics, which was $1 as well. And these three things came from pawn shops, and I believe I paid $2 a piece for them because one of them says bulk, and typically this pawn shop sells what they call bulk games for $2 a piece. So we got the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, the Ratchet and Clank compilation, and Rise of Nightmares, something that I've been looking at for quite some time. Okay, this stack right here has a little bit of a story to it. I was scouring the Facebook garage sale site and I found a guy selling a bunch of Wii games. I forget how many I bought total, but I was only going to keep 4 of them. Those 4 were Back to the Future, NBA Jam, Spyro the Eternal Night, and unfortunately this one does not have the artwork. It has a somebody printed it on paper, but it's Tatertot versus Capcom for the Wii. I believe I paid $5 a piece, but the cool thing is once, or on my way over, I actually texted him and asked him if he had any other video game stuff for sale. He said he'd gather up some stuff. When I got there, he had a small stack of PS3 games, this N64 game, which was WCW NWO Revenge in the box. He wanted $2 for that. And he had these 2 Sega games sitting there. Actually, he did not. When I first walked into the room, I saw in the corner he had a SNES Mini, and I asked him if he was willing to sell that. He said he was not, but he did have a few games. I talked him into getting rid of them. One was Super, I'm just assuming since it was on the Super, it was actually Donkey Kong Country 3, and I paid $2 or $3 for that one. And I also got Dinosaurs, A Dinosaur Story We're Back. This was $2 or $3 as well. Then, just down from the Super Nintendo, he had a Sega that he said he wasn't getting rid of. I asked him if he'd get rid of any of the games. He said there were a few that he'd get rid of, but he wanted quality price for one of them because it was really hard to find, which was NBA Jam. I said he could keep that. But for $2 or $3 a piece, I don't remember exactly what they were. I got Batman Returns, which surprisingly I did not have that one, and Cliffhanger. And finally, as I was getting ready to leave, I asked him again, hey, do you have any other video game stuff you can think of? Because it seemed like every time I took a different step in that house, he had something else video game related. He did say he had some NES games that he plays all the time and he wasn't willing to get rid of, but he had a double of one. That double, he said, was his favorite game for the system, which is Defenders of Dynatron City. And he said he had a double because he actually bought one copy many years ago on eBay, and recently saw one in a retro shop and decided to purchase it as well. I don't know why, but I asked him if he would sell one. He said he would. He told me I could pay what he paid a few years ago on eBay for it. So I paid $10 for Defenders of Dynatron City, which I believe it's ranging from $20 to $30. So that was a pretty good deal. Okay, this stack, actually everything else that I'm about ready to show you came from Disc Replay. This first stack came from 2 different trips with a variety of trade-in credit and a little bit of cash added on top. So I got Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine for $24.99, but again, it was mostly store credit. And I don't know where a few of the other things went. I might have sold them because I can't remember exactly what I bought. But if I did get rid of a few of the things because Disc Replay actually sells buy 5, get 1 free. So I had 12 items at one time and I now only have 9. So I don't know what happened to the other ones. It's been a while since I've picked all this stuff up. The other thing I got was Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. And I'm still trying to complete every Zelda game in the box, so that was cool to find. And I believe it was $20. This is a pretty good one. Found Clock Tower for $39.99, which is a fantastic deal on that one. The only bad thing is the case is cracked, but that is an easy switch out. I also got Chippendale Rescue Rangers for $12.99. Some more Zelda love. I got Zelda Triforce Heroes for $24.99. Again, I've heard that this game's not the greatest, but I mainly got it because for the buy 5 get 1 free. Plus, I had a bunch of trade credit. I also got Fire Emblem Awakening for $32.99. Xenoblade Chronicles X for $42.99. And again, this was bought just after this came out. I got Hyrule Warriors for $42.99. And Metroid Prime Trilogy for $36.99. I wish this one was the steel case, but it's not a big deal. Okay, the very last thing I have here was the third trip to Disc Replay. Again, I had a bunch of trade credit, so I didn't pay anything for what I'm about ready to show you. Well, I paid stuff. I paid money for the stuff I traded in, but this trip I didn't pay anything. Back when I had under 150 subscribers, maybe it's 50, I don't even remember. I had picked up a 3DO from Goodwill, and I held on to it for quite a while. Never found a single game for it out in the wild. So I ended up giving it away in a subscriber contest, and then I have been able to find 3DO games quite often since. So I've been looking to get a 3DO again since I got rid of my old one. So Disc Replay had one. It is the Panasonic version, the FZ1. They had it for $100, which is a little on the higher end, but since it was trading credit, I didn't mind. Plus, they had a couple games there, so I was able to bundle everything for a buy 5, get 1 free. The first one was Starblade. Don't know much about that one. But from what I heard, this is the best version of this game, and it's Street Fighter II Turbo. And I paid $20 for it, which that's a pretty good deal for that game. And probably the best deal in this trip was the controllers. It came with one, and I took a walk through the controller by the counter where they have all the controllers hanging, and I saw 4 bags that looked like 3DO controllers. The first one was an off-brand, so I asked the guy if he could tell me if the ones behind it were first party or third party, and he said they were all first party. So I picked up 3 controllers at $3 a piece. A pizza? $3 a piece, which these typically sell for around $20 a piece. So I got a fantastic deal on these. So I got 3 first-party 3DO controllers. So that was pretty cool. And I think that's everything. So this is about 4 months of pickups that have been sitting here. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you come back and watch more. Make sure you thumbs up this video or thumbs it down, whatever you want to do. Comment. I love the comments, reading them and responding to you guys. And hopefully I'll see you next time. This has been Retro Rewinder.